Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for an exciting Ponant webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Specialist here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenters. This webinar will run about 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the chat module of the webinar, and we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenters, Edie Rodriguez and Ellen McIlvaine. Edie Rodriguez is America's brand chairman and special corporate advisor for Ponant, the world's leading luxury yacht expedition cruise line. She has over 30 years of experience in executive roles in the cruise and travel industry and previously served as the CEO and president of Crystal Cruises, where she led the brand's transformation during her tenure. She has also held leadership positions with brands from Carnival Corporation and RCCL Corporation. Edie is actively involved in the travel industry and has been recognized numerous times as a visionary and leader in the industry. Our second presenter is Ellen, a Ponant BDM, and I'll let Edie tell you a little bit more about her.
Thank you, Anna, so much for your kind introduction. And hello, CLIA Travel Advisors. There are about a couple of hundred of you on today, so I thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to tell you about all things Ponant and how to better educate and empower you to sell more Ponant, the world's leading luxury yacht expedition company, cruise line. And I'm delighted that I have my colleague, Ellen McIlvaine, our Director of Business Development based in Seattle, handling the Northwest of the United States, here with you. And you can reach myself, there you see, erodriguez@ponant.com, and you can reach Ellen at emcilvaine@ponant.com. And you'll see a screen capture of her email a little further on in the presentation. And Ellen comes to Ponant with years of expedition experience and working in the travel industry. So thank you all for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to begin and end this by saying thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for joining us today and wishing all of you and your loved ones a very happy Thanksgiving. It's hard to believe it's just 8 days away, and soon the new year will be upon us before we even know it. So on that note, we're going to begin with a video about the 30-year history of Ponant. Ponant is actually a 30-year-old brand. We started in April 30 years ago, so 30 and a half years old now. We have more experience in the yacht expedition space than any other competitor, and we have the newest hardware. So I'll come back to more details about that, but let's go to the video and begin with the video. Thank you all so much. Well, thank you again. I hope you found that video helpful. I strongly suggest you download it and send it in emails out to your clients that you will entrust to become our guests. So as you see there, in 1988, when we were launched, you see Jean Emmanuel, the gentleman in the middle, is our very passionate founder. He was a French merchant seaman. He had a vision company based on that. And what he did is he got his fellow French seamen, and they started and launched the brand with the genesis of the brand. The vessel you see there are 62 guests, three-masted sail ship Le Ponant. We're delighted to have Le Ponant as the genesis of our fleet. She is a beautiful, beautiful sail ship. She does Cuba and the Caribbean in the winter and the Mediterranean in the summer. So she is one of 7 vessels currently in our brand. We will, by April of 21, have a fleet of 12. Now, let me also say that what you need to understand is we are French flagged, we have a rich French heritage, but we are an international standard of luxury, much like our passionate founder. But just as important as it is to have a passionate founder, it's extremely important to have a passionate, financially stable owner. We are very proud that for the last 3 years, our owner has been Group Artemis. And if you're not familiar with who Group Artemis is, they are the parent company to not only Ponant, but Chateau Latour, the beautiful French winery. They are also they are also the owner of Ponant, Christie's Auction House, and as well Kering. And if you're not familiar with Kering, Kering is the world's leading luxury company. They own brands like Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent, Brioni, Balenciaga. I could go on for days. Stella McCartney. I always endearingly say the company that gets all of my disposable income. So the really wonderful thing about us is that we have a very sound, financially sound owner who knows luxury like no other in the world, and a very passionate founder. And those 2 ingredients will lead us to be funded with a $2 billion investment to continue to grow and build our brand. We took delivery this summer of 2 beautiful new vessels, and they will get 4 sisters, 2 next summer, 2 the following summer, and then in April of 21, the world's first luxury icebreaker that will go to the North Pole. So let's go to the next slide and we'll tell you a little bit more. Where do we go? So Ponant is a brand that already, with our 7 vessels, and we'll continue the tradition when we get to 12 vessels in April of 21, going to all 7 seas, all 7 continents. If you, as a CLIA travel advisor, are doing your job and asking the right sets of questions, the first question you should be asking is, where does the client want to go? Once they answer where they want to go, you should really look up. If it is a destination that you can get to via ocean water, sea water, you should offer Ponant in the mix, because we will have an itinerary that goes there. We even go up the Amazon to Manaus, and we enter the beginning of the Douro in Portugal. So again, everywhere with the exception of the Galapagos, we go currently, if you can get there by ocean water, and soon to be to the North Pole. Now, what makes our really true itinerary so extraordinary is the fact that when we have vessels just around 200 guests, our smaller size can get us into the heart of the destination, into unique ports, and we have the most creative itineraries in the industry, in my humble opinion. Let's go to the next slide. And let's talk about where Ponant fits in. So this is a great matrix for you to be cognizant of as a CLIA travel advisor. On the left side, it's really what traditional expeditions offer, typically 20 to 100 guests. They're typically older ships. They have naturalists and zodiac, as we do as well, but they are really, for the most part, an older type vessel. And then if we look at the right, size does matter, and in this case, small is better with Ponant, with just 64 to 264 guests. When you get into 400 to 700 guests in the luxury small ship category, the challenge is that you're with a lot more people And you can't have the intimacy that we do in the luxury yacht expedition space at Ponant. So we have new purpose-built ships. We not only have naturalists and zodiacs, but we have cultural experts as well as lecturers, large public areas. We have an open bridge policy so they can come and see what the captain and the bridge team see, luxury accommodations. And as I said, with our beautiful size and going all over the world, we have unique and remote, well-traveled destinations. So realize us in the mix where we fit to empower you to sell. I'm also very proud to say that when you offer us in the mix, if your client says, well, I've never heard of that brand, you can now say, well, they just won Travel and Leisure's World's Best, third for a mid-size ship, fourth for a small-size ship. When you come in Travel and Leisure World's Best fourth or lower, that is a powerful statement and a powerful tool. So let's go to the next slide. And Ellen, please feel free to interject. If I'm missing any points that you want to share, please feel free. I know you will absolutely be joining me for the Q&A as well. But we are clearly where luxury meets experiential. A shifting trend in luxury travel, it's all about experiential. They want to offer authentic experiences, in-depth exploration, access, and one-of-a-kind experiences. And what the rock and roll chick in me says, it's like a backstage pass. They want to do what others can't get. And we offer that at Ponant around the world. Let's go to the next slide, please.
And I'll just add, Edie, oftentimes when I chat with agents here in the Northwest, they'll ask me, you know, what makes Ponant different in Antarctica, or who are your competitors? Everybody always asks who your competitors are, but really what makes us different is that we do have those exciting experiential itineraries. You can sell leading with the itinerary. They so stand out. They're fantastic, and they are also luxury. So if you take nothing else away, really that is us, that experiential plus luxury.
Absolutely. And as I stated, 7 ships on 7 continents, 12 ships by 21, already 7 ships in place, the newest, sleekest, sexiest hardware at sea in the whole cruise shipping industry. I call us the floating Maseratis, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris of the seas. That's what we are. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, and here you see some screen captures. So we have our Le Ponant, which is just 62 guests, as I stated, the Cuba and Caribbean itineraries in the winter, the Med in the summer. And then we have our Le Boreal class, 4 vessels that host 264 guests. But actually, when those 4 vessels are each in Antarctica, we limit our guests to just 199 guests so that the guests can have more space and really more enjoyment on the Zodiac experience. The lower left-hand corner is what is called our Explorer class vessels. There will be 6 of them. We already took delivery of 2. I can tell you they are spectacular, sleek, sexy, and gorgeous. I sailed on Le La Perouse around Iceland, an incredible, almost circumnavigation itinerary of Iceland. She and Iceland both delivered spectacularly. And then I hosted a group of our travel advisor partners on Le Champlain in Norway, also a spectacular experience. 2 more coming next summer with Le Bougainville and Le Damas, and then 2 more the following summer. What you need to be aware of is this is easy to sell. These are all exactly the same except for a color palette of decor. They all have just 92 outside staterooms and suites for just 184 guests. Butler service in the suites. We are an all-inclusive brand experience, so all Zodiac shore excursions are included complimentary, as are full open bar, full complement of gratuities, and the list goes on and on. What makes these 6 vessels so extraordinary is they have a lot of world's firsts. One is the world's first underwater, under the sea level lounge called the Blue Eye. We have a video that you can share with your clients. And if you envision being under the sea level and port and starboard side, magnificent eye-shaped windows, the vessel outside is lit in the evening, so you can see out these windows day and night. It's designed around biomimetics, so the seating actually vibrates with sound where you can hear the undersea life up to 5 kilometers away. And it is just an incredible experience to see, hear, and feel the undersea life of the parts of the world you are visiting. And then last but not least, coming in April of 21 for just 275 guests, Le Commandant Charcot. And now keep in mind, all of our vessels, because we are French flagged, are named after famous French explorers. And our icebreaker will host just 275 guests, have helicopters, be the world's first luxury icebreaker going in the North Pole, an incredible experience. And by the way, you're already available for waitlist for your clients for that vessel. So take advantage of getting in on the action early, because with these price points, it means more commissions for you, our valued CLIA travel advisors. And keep in mind, with an all-inclusive brand experience, you essentially then are earning commission on the gratuities, on the full open bar, on the Zodiac shore excursions. And we are the gift that keeps on giving, because our clients, your clients that you entrust to become our guests, love our experience so much so they typically rebook on board, and you are fully protected for all of those future commissions as well. So thank you for the partnership. We greatly appreciate it. Let's go to the next slide, please. And let's talk about, again, our inclusions. All meals, gratuities, taxes, open bar, 24-hour room service for everybody, butler service in the suites, and all the shore landings via Zodiac excursions on expeditions. As well, keep in mind, these 6 Explorer class, in addition to the Blue Eye, have an infinity pool out the back that is always heated, so they can swim. It's always at 82 degrees. They can go in the pool in Iceland or anywhere they'd like with that heated pool. And it also has a 3-tiered marina. So when your clients, one may be going zodiacking, one may be going kayaking, one may be going off on a deep sea fishing vessel, because again, we are meant with these Explorer Class 6 vessels for warm weather expedition. They can get off and on our vessels more easily. Let's go to the next slide, please. And let's talk about our beautiful hardware. So those Zodiac launches at the stern, ice-hardened hulls, world-class naturalists with many years of experience who are passionate about their job and will tell your clients all about the parts of the world we are taking them to. An open bridge policy, 3D ocean floor mapping, and right from our beautiful marinas, they can go kayaking, snorkeling, scuba, stand-up paddle boards, and so much more. Let's go to the next slide, please. Let's talk about our luxury software. Elegant, spacious staterooms, 100% balconies on the Explorer Class series, 95% of our balconies on our sister ships, butler service in all suites on every vessel, French-inspired cuisine with the creme de la creme of Michelin star Alain Ducasse, chef inspired with his Ducasse Council, 24-hour service for everybody. Gym with state-of-the-art equipment. It is open 24/7, so no excuses. A spa by the fabulous French brand Sophie's with a hammam, and luxury partnerships that include things like Hermes as our toiletries, and fabulous robes and slippers, and so much more. Let's go to the next slide, please. Let's talk about how we are so ecologically sound. We go beyond green. We honor not only what we are required to by law, but even beyond that. All of our ships are certified clean ships. We have a silent electronic propulsion system, 3D ocean floor mapping, dynamic positioning, advanced wastewater treatment, far-sounding sonar, LED and CFR lighting technology, and an environmental impact assessment both prior to and post any new expeditions to new destinations. So we don't only take care of the sea and go beyond green, but we take care of the local cultural environments of the fabulous, unique parts of the world we are going to. Let's go to the next slide.
And I'll just chime in a little bit, Edie. So as you mentioned, yeah, my background is in expedition cruising. I actually worked as a cruise director on little ships, not on Ponant ships, but I really want to stress how important this is for your guests' experience and what a great selling point it is. Probably the reason that they're going to want to go on these amazing itineraries Ponant offers, such as Spitsbergen, Antarctica, Raja Ampat. All of these places are really, really important for the environment. And the reason to go is to experience the environment and probably experience close encounters with wildlife, etc. And it is so much easier when you're there on the Zodiac helping somebody get into the water to go snorkeling to say, hey, is your sunscreen reef safe when your ship has zero wastewater impact? This means that the wastewater that comes off the Ponant vessels is drinkable by the time it goes back into the ocean. The dynamic positioning means that we don't even drop anchor. If the weather is fair, we don't have to drop an anchor because you don't know what you're dragging your anchor across. Ponant travels so gently. And we all know as we're talking to our clients and our buyers all the time that now people are expecting the brands and the companies that they spend their money with to reflect their values. And if your clients are wanting to go to Antarctica, they're wanting to go to the Northwest Passage, to the Philippine archipelago, they probably care a lot about this. So we really do ask that you remember us. And if you are positioning few options for your clients, remember to say, oh, but this one is green. It's actually beyond green. We really think it will help you close with Ponant.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ellen, for sharing that. And let me also stress that this isn't only important to Ponant because it is and always has been for the 30 years plus we've been in business, but it is also critically fundamental to our ownership. They own all of these fabulous brands. As an example, a brand like Stella McCartney. They don't sell real fur because it's not eco-friendly. So things of that nature, this really comes truly from the ownership down, but we are all passionate about it. And we don't just say it, we put our money where our mouth is and live it. So there you see our beautiful 6 Explorer class vessels. As I said, we already took delivery of 2, Le La Perouse and Le Champlain, and the other 4, 2 more are coming next summer, and 2 more the summer of 20. And this is truly a brand experience you, as our trusted CLIA travel advisors, can sell with the utmost confidence. Let's go to the next slide, please. And let's talk about, as I stated, I sailed on both of these around Iceland, around Norway. They are spectacular. I just am in love with them. And I think that if you have large groups, if you have a group of 92 couples, think about chartering us. Let's go to the next slide, please. And there you just see a screen capture about our 92 staterooms and suites for 184 guests, 100% balcony. You do see the infinity pool out the back, but we don't see is the extension back there of when we set it for the 3-tiered marina. And you also do not see the Blue Eye, our magnificent world's first underwater lounge that is already on these 2 vessels and will be on 4 sister vessels as well. Let's go to the next slide, please. And here you see how beautiful our owner suite is. You see this understated elegance, country club, yacht style of casualness. These are decors that really stand the test of time. I would venture to bet 10 years from now, these ships will look just as brand new as they do now, because this is timeless elegance in the style of the decor and the design. And we'll go to the next slide. As I said, the floating Ferraris of the sea. If Ferrari doesn't get old in 10 years, becomes vintage classic and as sexy as ever. Here you see a deluxe suite. We do have triples, no quads, so we have accommodations for thirds in the staterooms. And we'll go to the next slide, please. And here's an example of our prestige stateroom. Beautiful, really well pointed, well designed, hip, chic, understated elegance, that yacht feel. Let's go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, and I'll just add here, this is the entry-level stateroom. So if you are booking your guests in the entry level, this is what you can expect. How beautiful. It's 205 square feet with a 45 square foot balcony. The balcony is big enough for a table and 2 chairs out there. Again, everybody gets a balcony. And we do encourage you to think of us for your solo travelers. We have a lot of great opportunities for solo travelers. And in terms of either no single supplement or very reduced single supplement, and what a treat to be looking at this stateroom. This is it's not some single stateroom where we throw you in you have a single bed. This is what we're working with. Everybody gets a private bed.
Yes, and I'll just add to what Ellen said that those beds can be split if you need that configuration as well. That particular shot was sort of taken right near the bathroom. We have a split bathroom configuration. So the water closet, as Europeans call it, if you will, the toilet is in a separate room so you can have privacy. And then when you are actually in the bathroom where the sink and the shower is, there's a glass wall that you can inside closed if you want privacy, but you can actually keep that open, and that glass looks right out through the balcony. So you can actually take a shower in the privacy of your bathroom, of your shower in your stateroom, and see right out to the sea. It's really a lovely experience on vacation. And as we go to the next slide, there you'll see our library observatory lounge. On a small ship, many rooms have multi-purposes. This functions as our library. We have live music in here, but we have it as a magnificent bar and observatory lounge. And through those sort of shutters is a spectacular balcony space that you can go out there and be in the front of the vessel and see and take your pictures. It's just a great hangout space, morning, noon, and evening for our guests. And we'll go to the next slide, please. And here you see our dining room. I have to tell you, we have an open seating dining policy. 100% of the 184 guests can fit in there at one time. And I have to tell you, I have been in this dining room on numerous occasions when it's been completely full. And I'm very happy to tell you the noise level is incredible. It was really designed very well. You can actually hear your table mates. This dining room is full, having a conversation with you across the table. I don't go to many restaurants today that I get that luxury on land or at sea, but on Ponant, it does work very, very well for us. So open seating dining. We go to the next slide. And here is the Blue Eye. The next slide is going to take you to a video on the Blue Eye. And again, what I want to stress is this is an underwater lounge experience. Look at that. That is actually the window, and then the other wall is a mirrored wall that is actually also a video wall. Those sleek, sexy seatings vibrate. You hear up to 5 kilometers away while you are looking out these windows at the undersea life, sipping your Veuve Clicquot or whatever your favorite cocktail is. It is totally an interactive, immersive experience to see and feel and hear the undersea life of the fabulous places around the world we are taking you to without ever having to get wet. Let's go to the next slide, please. And here's the video. Well, the video.
I'm working on the video.
It's okay, but the video is available on our website and on YouTube.
We'll get it.
So I strongly encourage you to take a look at it. Here we go. Go right ahead.
Yeah. And just a note, I think you need to, if you're viewing this, you need to unmute it on your side. There were some comments that people couldn't hear it. So you need to unmute the video when we start playing. So here you go. Well, I hope all of you were able to see that video. I strongly encourage you to do an email blast to your clients and include the links to these videos, because while you guys are fabulous CLIA travel advisors, these videos will help you close those sales.
So something interesting we did at Ponant was create what we call the Quintessential Collection. These are themed cruises curated with your guests in mind, particularly the North American guests. There are a myriad of themes, including gardening, music, food and wine, World War II history, family learning for a multi-generation experience, world affairs with Saeed Zakaria, art, and climate change. And let's go to the next slide to learn a little bit more about them. So the Quintessential and built around a theme. They include pre-cruise hotel stay and excursions, at least one very special theme-related excursion, and they feature lecturers truly expert in the theme. We have 8 curated voyages in 2019 available exclusively for our North American guests. Let's go to the next slide. And here is one, Voyage to the Green and Gentle Lands. For anybody interested in gardens, this is a garden theme, London to Bergen, May 12th. And also remain cognizant that each of these have an individual collateral piece or email. So if you have any garden clubs or anybody that you feel would be right for any of these themes individually or collectively, we have a way for you to communicate with your clients about them. Let's go to the next Quintessential Collection, Sicilian Food and Wine Experience. This is for the Epicureans. It is Malta to Malta next June 26th aboard La Bougainvillea. And Mary Taylor Samedi, who is an author and a Sicilian food and wine expert, will be joining us for this pre-night in Malta, and lots of fabulous things included on this one. We'll go to the next slide. And the Treasures of the Mediterranean World, a family learning experience. This is for the multi-generation travelers who want to see and learn together from Rome to Athens starting July 13th aboard L'Oréal. And we'll go to the next one. And on Ponant, I mean, this particular itinerary is best for young explorers ages 8 and up, but we do take children, depending on the experience, from ages 3 and up and 5 and up. But if you have any clients that need them younger than that, let us know and we will check with the captain and see if he will be able to accommodate. We'll go to the next Quintessential Collection, History, Art, and Architecture along the North Sea. This is an art theme from Copenhagen to Honfleur in France from August 25th aboard Le Dumont d'Urville, again named after famous French explorers. And here you'll have Till Hoger Bouchard, the General Director of the Municipal Museum of Bruges, as well as a pre-night in Copenhagen and a visit to the Louisiana Museum. Let's go to the next slide. All this is available for you. Ancient Mediterranean Civilizations, a musical odyssey through Greece, Sicily, and Italy. This is classically music-themed itinerary from Athens to Civitavecchia, the port for Rome, next September 18. We'll go to the next slide. We have From Hong Kong to Japan's Inland Seas, World War II History, from Hong Kong to Osaka, September 24th, on board Le La Perouse. And our lecturers are James Bradley, New York Times #1 bestselling Flags of Our Fathers, as well as a visit to Peace Park and the museum at Hiroshima. I have had the privilege of doing this itinerary a couple of times. I love Japan. It's really quite extraordinary. So anybody interested in World War II history, this would be the voyage for them. We'll go to the next Quintessential Collection, Antarctica and Climate Exchange. This is an expedition sailing Ushuaia to Ushuaia, a year from December 8th on board L'Austral. Again, just for 199 guests, an incredible experience. And on this, we will have, it will be part of the New York Times science writer Henry Fountain and James Gordon joining us. So an incredible way to experience Antarctica. If you haven't done it, you should do it. If you haven't sold it, you should sell it. It's one of my favorite trips of all time, quite extraordinary. We'll go to the next slide, please. The World of the Ancient Greeks, a voyage in the Ionian and Aegean Seas. Again, this is a Quintessential Collection voyage for world affairs from Valletta, Malta to Athens, departing on October 9th. Fareed Zakaria, General Michael Hayden, former director of the CIA and NSA and author of Playing to the Edge, and Daniel Mendelsohn, internationally best-selling author and columnist for Harper's. We'll go to the next slide, please. And so let's tell you a little bit about all of the fabulous benefits you as a CLIA travel advisor and in partnership with Ponant. Ellen, do you want to highlight and expound on this slide about our fabulous promotions for our CLIA travel advisors, please?
Absolutely. So tips that we want you to keep in mind when you are sharing Ponant with your guests is first that early bookers always save. So on some of those quintessential collection slides that we showed you, there were little icons that said 30% savings or 20% savings. That's our early booking savings, essentially. We call it our bonus fare. So the earlier you book, the lower the rate will be. We always publish at the lowest possible rate, and then as we near departure and as the ship fills up, that rate climbs up to the public rate or the brochure rate. So it'll never go back down. We really encourage you to remember that and to use that as a sales tool and to get your guests a great deal. Solo travelers, I mentioned earlier, but you can find a full list of the departures with 0 single supplement on our website. Just go to ponant.com, click on special offers, and then click on no single supplement. You'll see them all right there. If you are on our mailing list, and if you are not, please do get on it, sign up. But anytime you get a big, thick catalog from us that looks like we've just released a new season of itineraries, we tend to do, we just put out winter 2019-2020. Anytime you get that big catalog from us, think about your solo travelers. Hurry up, go to the website, look at the no single supplement trips, because that will be the time that there are the most 0 single supplement trips available to your guests. And then our Share the Moment groups with Ponant start with as few as 3 staterooms. So if you book 3 staterooms or more, we are so happy to offer to your guests 5%.
Thank you, Ellen. It's all about the partnership, and we appreciate it as well. First-time traveler benefit, $600 per person savings on any departure if you, as our trusted CLIA travel advisor, book them by December 31st. We'll go to the next slide and talk a little bit about available now for you as a trusted CLIA travel advisor, a $200 gift e-card offer. Earn a $200 Amazon gift e-card for every booking with a first-time Ponant guest deposited by New Year's Eve. So we will email you these cards 2 weeks right to you as the selling advisor. No wait for final payment or travel date. So you can do your Christmas holiday shopping on Ponant. We'll go to the next slide, please. It's our way to thank you for the partnership. So we have a lot of award-winning luxury expeditions. This is just a small highlight of all of the awards we win. They're all fabulous, but again, I encourage each and every one of you to really state when your client doesn't or has never heard of us that we have won this year Travel + Leisure's 2018 World Best Awards, voted number 3 for Best Ocean Cruise Lines with Mid-Sized Ships. Quite a testament. And our beautiful little Le Ponant won 4th place. So this is all available to empower you as a trusted CLIA travel advisor to close more Ponant sales. We'll go to the next slide, please, and talk a little bit about our fabulous sales team for all of you. Teresa Gata is our VP of Sales. Rita can help you with any groups, MICE, Latin America, or charter. Dale Woods is Ellen's counterpart in the Northeast. Ellen is in the Northwest. Scott is in the Southwest, and Unetti is in the Southeast. And coming soon, another business development director based in the Midwest. So all of us are available to help you any way we can. Make a note of those email addresses. And if you haven't reached out to your local business development director for Ponant, please do so. They are in the field to help you close more Ponant sales. And we'll go to the next slide. And when we do that, I want to say before we open it up for Ellen and I to entertain any Q&A moderated by Anna at CLIA, that we do thank you for your time. We know that your time is very, very valuable, and we thank you for your time. We want to really ensure that you are empowered to sell us, and we hope that you will sell us, and we hope that you will take advantage of all of the fantastic offers we have available for both you and your clients. So I want to wish each of you a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving and say a big thank you again today for joining us. I always say, show me the bookings. Our time is valuable just like yours. And I would ask each and every one of you on here today that when you get off, turn this into revenues for yourself and your agency. Go send an email blast out to your clients, tell them about us, hook up with these Quintessential Collection itineraries, and I would hope that each of you by next Wednesday sell at least 2 Ponant voyages. Also, we have great travel partner rates. Come and sail with us to experience it for yourself. So on that note, again, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your time. Merci from a French brand, and thank you from an American girl who, by the way, is not fluent in French, but feels very, very comfortable as an English-speaking guest on Ponant. So Anna, take it away. Ellen and I are excited to entertain any questions the CLIA advisors may have for us.
Perfect. We do have some questions already coming in, and I want to invite everyone to just keep them coming in through the chat. We do have just a lot of comments about how beautiful and exquisite the ships look. So I just thought you'd be interested in that. And we have some agents wondering where they can find those videos, the links to those videos that you showed.
Ellen, do you want to expound on all of that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the Ponant YouTube channel, you can just go to YouTube and then find the Ponant Cruises channel. Click on videos, they're all there, but we will also send a follow-up with those 2 specific links, so we make it easy for you to share your guests out with your guests that way.
Perfect. And then we did have Nicole wondering if it was possible to send information to her in an email. I'm not exactly sure which information she was talking about, but where should agents go when they're looking for more information from Ponant?
Well, certainly to our website.
Yeah, so the best thing is to...
Go ahead, Ellen, please. I was going to say, or to our fabulous business development directors, but take it away. Go ahead, Ellen.
That we're on the same page, so I just put that slide back up. Please reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. We would love to come into your office to do a training with your team. As Ponant is growing, we want to grow your business with ours. So please reach out to your BDM. Even if you don't have a question, just reach out to us and say, hey, I the webinar, I want to be on your radar, because we all have our own mailing lists where we update people with, hey, FYI, we have this offer right now, or I'm going to be in your area, something like that. So please reach out and say hi. We would love to hear from you. And if you have a specific question, we are here.
Okay, perfect. That is easy enough. And Christy is wondering if there's a university or course for travel agents.
Ellen, take it away, please.
So right now, we are actually rebuilding our travel agent university type courses. So at this very moment, there is nothing that I can direct you to. You can certainly go to our website and sign up with our travel agent portal, and there are some resources there. But with all of the news that we've had this year, we're building, as we went over, 7 new ships. There's so much happening. So we're redoing the whole university course. And we would love for you to take part in that once it is finished, which will be coming up. So again, just get on our mailing list, reach out to us so that we can make sure that you're in the loop when that is ready.
And then I know you spoke a little bit about this. I don't know if you want to elaborate or just have agents reach out to their respective business development managers, but Christy is wondering if there are ever any fam trips or other travel agent discounts.
The answer is yes. Ellen, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do often have some departures that we can offer. Our travel agent rate for our CLIA partners is typically 65% savings off the brochure rate. Usually it is for departures that are within 3 or 4 months of departure. Now, we do enjoy this year a 95% occupancy rate. So there's not a ton of space, and our ships are so small as it is that we are working hard to get more FAM and TA rate opportunities. But again, the best way to find out about those is to sign up for our mailing list and reach out to your BDM. And then as far as FAMs go, again, we're working on that. And what we really look for are agents that want to learn about Ponant and put together a real plan to go after some business. So if you think that your agency has a good reach and that you can look at this as, hey, I really would like to partner with Ponant. I'd like to grow my business. We really want to hear from you. We want to help you grow your business. We want to come up with a marketing plan. We want to come up with a plan to tackle 2019 together. So obviously, with limited FAM space, we consider all of that when making those offers. If you're more looking at, okay, I want to experience this before I know what I want to do, then again, encourage you to reach out to us so that we can make sure you're aware of those 65% failing.
And this next question is from Nicole, who is wondering if you work with tour operators.
We do, and that's actually a great question, and I'm going to answer that, and then I'll turn it over to Ellen to feel free to add anything she'd like. So I have to tell you, it's quite a testament to our brand that for 25 years, the fabulous luxury brand Tauk charters with us, as does A&K, another fabulous luxury brand, as does Backroads. And A&K is exclusive charters. Tauk does full ship charters as well as some group space. Backroads, I think, a combination of the two. So it is a testament to our brand that they have a choice and they choose Ponant. We, quite honestly, welcome however you choose to book us. So if A&K has a particular departure or Tauk, and you need to book your client through that method because it includes some other accoutrements that perhaps we don't because they are a tour operator, book them that way. But often you will find that less than 10% of our total over 400 itineraries around the world are via these charter groups through these fabulous tour operators. So maybe you want to book, I'm making it up, an A&K to Antarctica and it's sold out, or the date they want to go doesn't work for the client. You can look and find typically the same itinerary on Ponant directly. Quite honestly, we love our partnerships with these fabulous luxury tour operators. You can feel free to book them through us if that's what's best for your client, or through them. It doesn't really make a difference to us. We welcome the brand exposure. Ellen, anything you'd like to add to that?
No, that was really great. Just that you may be familiar with the Ponant fleet already. If you are selling Abercrombie and Kent or Tauk, then maybe you are familiar with Le Boreal, Le Soleil, those sister ships. And that is Ponant. That onboard experience is Ponant, and we do welcome you to learn more about working with us.
Definitely. Any other questions, Anna?
It looks like that is actually the end of our questions. I don't know if anyone wants to get a last one in, but for now, I just want to say thank you so much to E and to Ellen. Thank you for your time and for this presentation. And thank you for everyone that signed on and learned about Ponant.
Well, we thank all of you again. We value this partnership, and we hope, as I said, by Thanksgiving, you will give us 2 bookings each, and we hope that you will come and sail with us, and we hope that you will sell us to your clients that you entrust to become our Ponant guests around the world with the utmost confidence, and even in April of 21 to the North Pole. Thank you all so much. Merci. Happy Thanksgiving. Wishing you all the best. Thank you. And thank you, Ellen and Anna, for your assistance on this wonderful CLIA webinar today. Au revoir. Merci.
Merci. Bye.